live. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh shit.
Oh.
Matcha, you looking a little,
Oh.
You
Yeah.
you doing okay, dude? Like, you're looking a little, red. Did the plane do something to you? Or something?
I'm very bashful this time of year.
Okay. Alright. Understandable. Have a nice day. Anyway. hope Hi everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are. Thank you again, Matcha, for the raid. And,
yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing this. We're back in Code Realize. Both of our VTuber friends have returned from the war, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
Question mark.
Question mark. And now we're here. But yeah, we're doing this again. So let's just go around the room and reintroducing ourselves because, like, I don't know, people might have forgotten who we are in the week break that we took. So anyway, my name is Nur. I am voicing Adrak as well as doing all the narration in Code Realize.
My name is Tenten Arcade, and I am voicing Lupin,
Delacroix,
and the Assailant.
I'm Matcha, the not-so-green dragon, well, at the moment, and I voice, Van Helsing, and the titular yandere out of the closet, Saint Germain.
Can you go back in the closet, though, with that?
Yeah, you never want to open the yandere closet. That's the only one that should be shut.
Yeah, you can never close it if you open it, so...
I don't know.
Yeah, those locks get broken immediately if it opens.
Yeah.
I don't think Matcha's other character he voices appears in this round.
And Lionheart!
Antivirus
oh my
alert.
god, Ren!
Your
Ren!
absolutely fucked.
Ren, hello!
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for the raid, Ren! How you doing? We're just starting, so you're just here in time. Everyone go follow Ren. She is my PNG tuber mama. And we love her very much.
A lot of power coming from that bird.
A lot of power from that bird. Anyway, I guess we'll continue.
My name is Mochi, and I will be voicing Victor Frankenstein, Nemo, and Alistair.
And I am Alex, and I voice Impy, Finis, the Queen, and Omnibus.
Yeah. Anyway, huh?
Oh, I went, hey.
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 Yeah. Anyway, for those of you just joining in from Ren's stream and from Matcha stream as well, we do weekly Code Realize readings, and we are actually like in a route right now, so you get to see some romance? Question mark?
Question mark. Big question
A really
mark.
big question mark here. But this is part of the stream where I do my recap. So let's recap what would happen last time. So last time I could realize we went to a mysterious secret hideaway with Saint Germain, only for him to try and do a murder on us. After some very questionable thoughts from Adrak, who loves red flags, we finally escaped the mansion. Once we arrived back in London, though, we were attacked by a mysterious assailant. Now we're in a safe house with Lupin, Victor, Van Helsing, and Impy. Despite literally everyone spotting the red flags, they all decide to help Adrak figure out just why Saint Germain wants to kill her and to try and fix him. Or make him worse. We don't know yet. Anyway, let's...
because they said I would never understand.
Are you sure? Is that really the only reason?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, we get to see something alright. That is correct, Mon. So let's load in.
I can't believe you gave me both a tsundere and a yandere. I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. You hit that so well.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the tsundere was like a little more obvious.
I mean, it seems
yeah.
obvious. But like...
Things are always obvious.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. You would have never found out if it was the yandere if we had not gone on this route. So...
You know what? You would never understand.
Yeah, you would never understand,
You
Matcha.
would never understand.
Yeah. How about that? Anyway.
KO!
A few days later, Lupin and the others go about to gather information about Saint Germain. At the same time, they're looking everywhere for clues as to who the armored person who attacked us is. Every evening, we all share any information we have gathered, but we're unable to find any strong leads. Van Helsing and I try to go back to Saint Germain's hideout, but we never find it. There's no way it could have taken a wrong turn anywhere. But no matter how hard I look, I can't find the path leading to the mansion in the woods.
It seems that things related to the Count have a habit of being beyond our scope of reality.
I nod in agreement. We sporadically come across superficial information regarding the Count. However, as soon as we try to dig any deeper, we're suddenly lost in a fog. It's like the information itself is putting on a smile for show, but draws a line at keeping us from getting closer. Just like Saint Germain himself.
We should not have hiked near Ravenloft.
Oh no.
So, you can't find the mansion, huh? The only thing I can think of now is that some mysterious power is at work. Someone going about his life always unintentionally leaves behind information here and there. Nothing like that here. All we can find is any footprints that Saint Germain has left on purpose.
We're all at dinner after failing to find Saint Germain's hidden mansion. After hearing the report from Van Helsing and me, Lupin comments with a tense face.
I'm trying to look into the Count's identity, but I pretty much hit a dead end.
I wish there was some other lead we could be chasing. Adrak, did you notice anything else?
I think I've told you everything that happened while I was confined.
It doesn't have to be for the time you were confined.
Deli, who had been watching us in silence until now, skitters into the room.
A person's true colors show through it in extreme situations. My father always told me that. Was there any other time besides during your capture that the Count was behaving oddly, other than every time? In a way, that's apart significantly from the way the man normally acts.
Depart significantly? Oh! I suddenly remembered something. In a dark underground facility, Saint Germain had stabbed and killed Finis without any warning.
Oh my god. Oh, that!
Oh yeah, in that moment when he had taken a life with no hesitation, he had demonstrated a cold-bloodedness that was so unlike him. Now that I think about it, when we confronted Finis in the underground lab, Finis lost his composure when he saw him. For some reason, he seemed afraid of Saint Germain all on his own.
How could anyone be afraid of that man?
How could I have forgotten something this important?
He only stabbed my brother 72 times.
Only 72, really? But such a forgetful thing. At that underground facility, that conversation Finis and Saint Germain had in the room where 665 corpses had been floating.
Oh my
Forgettable, really.
God. Oh shit. Ah!
The agents of destiny. Guides of history. They are called many names. Ah, but the apostles of idea. Does that ring a bell?
Idea? The idea? The one organization Father feared?
I have an idea. And Saint Germain had cut Finis down without letting him finish. I think there may have been some meaning behind how he acted. Somehow.
I just like killing.
Does the name idea ring a bell?
Oh
with
my
anyone?
god.
I don't know, I have no idea.
Have a taste of these Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, nothing comes to mind. Sounds like some kind of philosophical term.
Everyone else shakes their head in response to Lupin's question. Van Helsing eventually speaks up.
Whatever it means, there's a high likelihood that our assailant is related to it as well. I have an idea. Idrak, if things are as you say, that person in armor was making its rounds in the Count's mansion before. There's a good chance that the Count and our attacker know each other. And they know about this idea thing too.
Yeah. I agree with him, then take a look at the others in the room. I just remembered an idea. It seemed that Finis had been told about idea by Father. So maybe, if we trace Father's footsteps, we'll be able to figure out something about Saint Germain's identity.
So, after everything, we circle back to Isaac Clarke.
A little eerie that he's always at the center of really everything.
I personally would like to go check out that underground facility again. I try to think hard when I say this. If we could investigate that facility, but with the intent to find out more about Saint Germain and Idea, maybe we'll be able to find something. Everyone else agrees with me. The Agents of Destiny, Guides of History, the Apostles of Idea. What do these things have to do with my and Saint Germain's destinies? I wonder if the reason Saint Germain tried to kill me has something to do with them. Ellipses. I feel like we're finally getting closer to the hidden truth behind Saint Germain's identity. I clench my fists. I'm gonna punch that motherfucker. The next day, the sky looks like it's about to start pouring. I feel uneasy. The possibility of discovering the truth about Saint Germain makes me nervous. I'm worried about finding out about him will cause my feelings for him to change, as they should.
My God.
When did my feelings for him become so strong?
You wouldn't understand.
This is a mystery. Even to myself, I'll never
When?
understand.
Flashes back to choke scene.
The choke scene. There's probably no clear-cut instant in which it happened, except that one time.
We have the CG.
Yeah, I spent my days living in his home, hearing his kind words and seeing his gentle smile. And then when he choked me, going through dangerous situations together, like when he choked me, all this led to Saint Germain taking a central place in my heart. Back then, when I told him about my past, he said that I'm the one suffering the most. He prayed for me. I feel that what he did for me, even if it was that slight, it saved me. Saint Germain. I whisper his name, then step away from the window. It's almost time to leave.
Rain, rain, rain. It's always raining when we come here.
You're right about that. It's as if the sky is weeping.
Okay.
Just as Impy says, rain falls from the dark, heavy clouds and continually beats down on the ground. Just like when we first visited this place, the cemetery leading to the facility is a dreary place. Me, Lupin, Van Helsing, Impy, and Victor are the ones who came today. Deli is staying behind, watching over our lodgings. I made the
Oh!
Why are you here?
Bye.
I made the decision that he should stay, and he should be going right now. Go on, I'm watching you. Since I didn't want a child like him to see all those corpses, even if he's a vampire. Come on, get.
Just make me call Thomas. I'm getting pretty tired of this place, especially with Deli popping in like from inconceivable spots.
Van Helsing says it quietly and glares in the direction of Deli. The others have all been here multiple times, searching about clues for Father. But this is just my second time. I haven't been here since the first time we set foot in this facility. I would have avoided coming here with all those corpses of me, if I possibly could. Coming here means I have no choice but to see myself as a monster. Ellipses.
Adrak, you don't have to force yourself to go inside.
No, this is my suggestion. If it means we'll find a clue that will bring us closer to the truth about Saint Germain, I don't want to turn away.
Ellipses.
For some reason, Lupin looks at me with the kind eyes. What is it, Lupin?
It's just, You're the ultimate life form.
Oh my god.
you, you've come such a
Adrak,
long
it's
way
me.
since I first stole you away. That's all.
Is that the devil?
Adrak, it's me, the devil,
Am I
from the
that?
Bible.
Am I that different now? Lupin nods and takes a good look at me.
So, what made you fall in love with Saint Germain? Cause damn,
Yeah.
Love?
he's special to you, right? What do you like so much about him?
What do I like? Well, there was the choking thing. For some
Oh,
reason,
no.
this makes me blush.
Ah, no!
Friendship, respect, affection, goodwill. Love is simply a term of endearment. Why should I feel so embarrassed about something as normal as this? But my love for Saint Germain is different than my love for the others. It's a bit embarrassing, but it feels like a warm, special word. Ellipses. Yeah, until recently I think I just appreciated Saint Germain a lot. Then something happened. I enjoyed the time we spent together. He made me happy, and the more we talked, the more I wanted to spend time with him. I liked Saint Germain and saw him as in a favorable light. I stare down at my feet as I speak slowly. But after everything that happened, I'm not sure how I feel about Saint Germain anymore. He changed so quickly, I think I lost sight of my own feelings. I slowly raise my head. I continue talking. I look Lupin straight in the eyes and speak clearly. That's why I want to see him again to figure out my own feelings. I want to love him again. Lupin listens to me with a peaceful expression, then nods as he has been convinced of something.
Oh man, you're making me jealous.
Lupin! I tip my head to the side and Lupin looks away, which is unusual for him. Then he turns back and stares at me.
Hey, Adrak.
You guys, don't fall behind.
Before Lupin can finish, Victor's voice cuts him off.
Ellipses. Saint Germain.
Lupin? What about Saint Germain?
Never mind. It's nothing. Let's go. You want to love Saint Germain again, right?
Yeah. Lupin smiles and begins walking ahead of me. I look down from embarrassment and follow him. The lights inside the facility turn on. We slowly walk through the dimly lit hall inside. It's just as eerie as it was last time, and the further we go in, the more I feel we've wandered into a different world.
We've been here several times looking for clues about Isaac, but have yet to find anything worth noting.
Victor explains to me as we walk.
The first time we came here, we were attacked by Twilight.
Yeah.
We were somehow able to get away from that attack. But it seems that most of the files on Isaac were removed at that time.
Maybe Twilight hasn't taken any of the information regarding Idea?
I certainly hope so.
I nod along with Victor and enter a room. Everyone goes off to different sections of the mountains of books and papers. I start reading through some of the documents. Somewhere in this heap of knowledge there should be something about Idea. Or perhaps the reason why Saint Germain tried to kill me he is in here somewhere. Ellipses. I already have a feeling about where I should really be looking. If Saint Germain was out to kill me, it's probably related to how I came to be. The fact that I'm a monster and carry the I can't bring myself to think that it would be some reason other than these. If so, there has to be some clue in this place. Oh, hi. I start walking further in as if being fled by something.
Spooky. Oh.
The nightmare burned into my memory is here in front of me once again. The room full of glass tubes and the twisted corpses floating at each one. I stop in my tracks and gasp. What I see feels like the embodiment of my cursed birth itself. Ellipses. I shake my head, trying to stop trembling. There's no time to gawk at them. If there's any clues here, if it'll lead us to learning about Idea and Saint Germain, I'll look as long as we can. I slowly circle the glass tubes and recall the conversation I had with Finis. I remember how Saint Germain appeared in that shining silver blade and the fountain of blood. All of these images feel like they're closing in on me. Eh? I stop, seeing something reddish-black on the floor. That's right. Finis. My bro died here. His corpse is no longer here. According to Lupin, it was already gone the second time he came here. Twilight probably came to take it, though probably not to mourn him. I feel the edge of my shoe step on something. I look down at my feet in concern and see a beautiful pendant that seems out of place in this facility. If it was left here, could this have been Finis's?
It's a Chaos Emerald.
I pick up the Chaos Emerald to take a closer look,
Sure.
and the pendant suddenly begins to glow.
Oh.
I found the Chaos Emerald! Not knowing what's happening, I look into the beautiful light in a daze.
Damn fourth emerald.
Gradually, I feel the ha 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 in my chest growing warmer.
Adrak!
Right before I feel myself about to black out, Victor slaps the pendant out of my hand. Victor? Fucking rude!
Oh.
The pendant hits the floor and its light dims. The heat in the rapidly cools.
Are you alright? Do you feel any different?
I'm fine, but what happened?
I don't know. But that light, it looked like that pendant and your were reacting to each other. What is that thing?
Victor stares down at the pendant, which still glows faintly. I don't know, but it's probably something that belonged to Finis.
Finis had something that caused a reaction in the
Victor thinks for a moment, then carefully picks up the pendant, which has gone completely dark by this time.
Maybe this is some key item used in the completion of the
Victor holds the pendant in his hand and looks at it questioningly. What do you mean?
Even while you were missing, I continued my research into your poison, as well as the According to my results, it seems that the transformation of the and the strength of the poison are related. If the is refined to its purest form, it becomes an amazing substance that can control life. The Philosopher's Stone. But at the same time, the effects of the poison in your body become exponentially stronger.
Victor looks away slightly, then turns his eyes back to me.
If the Philosopher's Stone is completed, the area around you, a pretty sizable one, will be filled with deadly gas. And maybe elder brothers could bring back their mother.
Deadly? What?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Ah.
Fire.
Oh my god.
Is that red?
Whoa.
Oh god. Fire. A chill runs down my spine.
But there's fire.
Ah.
Fire.
Please, I need to warm up real quick. If what Victor says is true, that problem is far worse than melting things with my touch.
Calm down. That's all just speculation, and it may not happen at all. It's a dangerous thing, but on the other hand, it may provide us with a clue as to how your poison can be removed.
Victor carefully wraps the pendant in a handkerchief and puts it in his pocket. Just about the same time...
We found something, you two. Information about Idea.
I hear Lupin's voice from beyond the darkness. We head towards where we heard his voice coming up and find Lupin, Van Helsing, and Impy all looking at something. What'd you find, Lupin? Lupin hands me a small note.
This. It might not be much of a clue.
The piece of paper has several sentences written on it. What I fear most is Idea, the guardians of history who have guided humanity since ancient times. I am committing a taboo in God's eyes. I have become something that exists outside their standards. They are my one and only enemy. So I shall fight for the creation of a new world. Fight to break the limitations placed on us by God, and to realize an honest wish. That's all it says. I flip it over and there's nothing on the back. Did my papa write this?
As far as I can tell, I feel like things have gotten even more mysterious now.
But it is a bit step forward, considering that we don't have any other clues.
Guardians of history. I remember that Saint Germain used the word fate several times before. If what this note says is true, then the reason why Saint Germain tried to kill me is because I lie outside of their standards? Ellipses.
Let's keep looking. We might find some other clues.
I hear something else just as Lupin is speaking. A metallic sound of something heavy scraping across the floor, out in the darkness. We all fell silent and turned towards where the sound is coming from. I begin to hear footsteps. They have an unmistakable sinister sound to them as they approach, little by little.
It seems we may have some unwelcome company.
What the fuck, Watcha?
Van Helsing loads his shotgun with real shots instead of his usual rock salt. Markiplier's here too. We all prepare for a fight as a figure slowly emerges from the darkness. The person is the assailant in a suit of armor with a dim light shining eerily upon it. The knight sees me, then takes a stance with its huge sword as if not noticing anyone else in the room. I see their piercing eyes of the person under the helmet staring straight at me. Gasp. Is that an assailant?
Damn. Over here, scraphead. We'll take you on.
Something Sonic would say.
Lupin throws a smoke bomb, obscuring the person's vision. Immediately afterward, Van Helsing's gun goes off, setting off small explosions all around the attacker.
We know that none of these attacks will be effective. I'll buy us some time. You all run.
Whoa there, Van Helsing. You couldn't handle him alone last time, right?
I'll fight this time too. No matter how hard that armor is, I can attack the person inside using chemicals!
That's
Chemical
against the Geneva
X.
Convention.
Just don't get in my way.
Victor and Impy run ahead, surrounding the assailant. Though he grimaces, there's a hint of happiness in Van Helsing's voice.
Now's our chance, Adrak. Let's let them handle this and run.
But I begin to protest but stop myself. The knight is after me and our objective is to not get into any fights here. I should hurry up and run so that Van Helsing and the other two can wrap up their fighting and follow behind us. Right, let's go, Lupin. I hear intense fighting behind us as I run as quickly as I can down the hall.
We'll make it look like we ran this way, then go back to the entrance. We'll leave from there.
There's no time to object in Lupin's judgment. We turn several times as intersections in the hallway. then head back towards the way we came. We run and run and run some more. Finally, I can see the exit that leads to the ground above. I wonder if everyone else is doing alright.
No need to worry. They're all pretty tough. They won't be taken down so easily.
We hurry to the exit. Suddenly, Lupin comes to a stop. What's the matter, Lupin?
It seems like we're not the only persistent ones.
As if in response to Lupin's comment, a figure appears from the darkness. A huge suit of armor shines into dim light. The assailant from earlier.
Oh.
What happened to everyone?
Don't panic. Be calm. If that guy had killed anybody, the sword and armor would be covered in blood.
You're right. I'm really relieved, but at the same time I'm so nervous that I have to shudder. It followed us instead of staying put to fight the others. That means I'm definitely the target and it doesn't even pay any mind to the rest of us.
Out of the way, Jumbo! We want to go home.
Yeah, Jumbo. The assailant raised his sword. Lupin quickly lifts his walking stick in response. Lupin, are you gonna fight Jumbo? Not even Van Helsing could defeat it.
Hey, who do you think I am? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, the unrivaled gentleman
Whoa.
thief. Fighting is for savages.
Lupin swings his stick up and the armored figure begins running towards us. Before the huge sword can reach him, Lupin brings his stick down. Not towards the attacker, but towards the wall. In the next moment, darkness surrounds us. I gasp as someone grasps my hand.
Don't worry, it's me.
I hear a soft voice nearby as I brace myself.
Remember what Impy said? I cut off the electricity that's the energy source for these lights.
Oh.
More commonly known as a light switch.
Whoa.
We could blind it for a little while. Let's start running.
Lupin, you're amazing. You know what light switches are. But aren't we just as blind?
Don't worry, the entrance is close by. There's a little bit of light coming from up above. And thieves always keep darkness on their side.
Kingdom Hearts.
God. Yeah.
We make a run for the exit. But suddenly I hear the sound of something sharp striking flesh.
Ah!
Lupin?
It's nothing to worry. But it looks like our armored friend has pretty good night vision too.
My eyes gradually get used to the darkness. I see the attacker towering over us and blood running down Lupin's shoulder, but my vision is hazy. The knight steps back into its ready posture as if nothing had happened. Then it points the sword straight at me. If I take one more step, the huge blade will split me in two. I instinctively understand this. There's no way I can run away now.
Damn it.
He stands before me and raises his stick, using himself as a shield. Lupin?
I'll distract it. Try to find your way out.
Lupin smiles at me when he says this. I hear a swoosh as the giant blade swings through the darkness and strikes.
Oh.
Gasp. I hear a high-pitched shriek. It's too high to be the sound of that sword hitting flesh. It's the sound of two hard objects clashing together. With Lupin in front of me, I have no idea what's going on.
You.
Lupin looks up, then whispers this and falls silent. I squint to get a better look at what's going on in the gloom, and I'm rendered speechless as well. I had not expected him to appear at this moment at all, let alone to protect us. Why are you here? Thomas. Oh, that's not Thomas, Saint Germain.
Oh my god.
Oh! Whoa! Thomas, you're here!
Oh thank god, Thomas.
You're my husband now.
Didn't I tell you? I'm the one who is going to kill you.
Okay. Saint Germain is using a blade hitting up his...
What blade?
What? Saint Germain is using the blade hitting
What's
up
a blade?
I don't know what a blade is, guys. To block the immense sword of the armored knight.
You're pretty good. You're pretty late to the party. How'd you know we were here?
What? Excuse me?
What?
I have a sophisticated nose, and I followed her footsteps. Fruit Loops.
Saint Germain stares... Sir? That's not what a nose does. Saint Germain stares at the suited figure in front of him, fully alert.
Saint Germain.
Oh. The figure speaks for the first time. The voice from within the helmet is muffled and distorted, but the voice is a cool delivery and a high pitch that couldn't come from a man. Are you a woman?
You can't just ask someone if they're a woman.
That's fucking rude, Ajax.
Assailant.
The armored knight doesn't respond to my question, my rude ass question, and simply stares at Saint Germain. Honestly, good for her. But when she speaks, the voice is definitely that of a woman.
What is the meaning of this?
What does it mean, you ask? She belongs to me. I won't let you take her.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Dude.
Dude.
Good idea. Good idea.
Take
Lee.
her? No.
I hardly know.
You're trying to protect the girl. Are you going to betray us?
You're the one who's deviating from the mission. A murder is my assignment.
And it's because you're taking so long to carry out your assignment that Omnibus sent me.
Omnibus.
Omnibus. Oh. Sorry.
Saint Germain can read the narration now.
I have my third eye open when I open my normal eyes.
Whoa.
Well, it seems to have been a terrible misunderstanding.
If you attempt to get in my way...
The armored woman raises her sword with a strength that doesn't match her light, calm voice.
That's my line.
At the same
Whose
time,
line is it anyways?
At the same time, Saint Germain readies a weapon rolled up his sleeve. The air between the two of them is so tense I had forgotten to breathe. Lupin and I can only look on as at this sudden turn of events. Oh, fuck. You got a CG. The huge sword comes at him with a roaring sound, and Saint Germain's blade blocks it. Sparks fly at their clash, making the two of them visible for just a moment. Their swordplay whips the air around them, but the real fight is yet to begin. More sparks fly as the combatants' weapons strike each other, and an intense battle unfolds before us. Saint Germain and the armored assailant seems to be of equal strength, and neither one backs down. The air bursts into light every time they clash, and a sound reverberates in the hallway. In such a close-range battle, the huge sword is at an obvious disadvantage, as it is unable to make subtle moves. The reason why she doesn't back away is probably because Saint Germain is attacking so quickly that she can't change position. However, Saint Germain is in a tougher spot. They are an equal match so close up, but once some distance gets between them, Saint Germain won't stand a chance. Then... Saint Germain is unable to completely block a blow from the heavy sword and is knocked slightly off balance. The assailant seizes this opportunity. She leaps back to create distance between them and lifts her huge blade. She thrusts the sword forward at a speed that's unimaginable for her size. Get those F's in chat ready! Is this gonna be it? The blade pierces Saint Germain's body with a force that pins him to the wall. I can't keep myself from gasping. A terrible amount of blood spills to the floor, raining from where the massive blade pierces him. F's? Saint Germain? There is no response. Saint Germain is motionless. He's dead. Horror and confusion seize me as the thought crashes through my mind. Saint Germain! I run towards him without thinking. I spread my arms wide and stand before the armored foe. Stop.
Why are you trying to protect him?
Her eyes, set deeply behind the helm's visor, narrow slightly. It seems like the silent assailant has developed some interest in me for the first time.
He tried to kill you.
He sure did, but he protected me just now. Saint Germain has protected me so many times. That's why.
Assailant.
I don't know if she's listening to my words at all. Still, I try to get through to her in an effort to protect Saint Germain, the dead boy behind me. Who are you? Aren't you working with Saint Germain?
Assailant.
Oh.
That's no use asking her. She most likely won't respond.
My eyes widen upon hearing Saint Germain's pained voice. Huh? I saw the blade go through his chest. There's no way he could be speaking. The wound was far too serious, no matter how I look at it. And yet...
Her name is Guinevere, a tragic queen, trapped by a chain named Idea, all for the cause of redemption.
Do you have a dictionary definition for it, though?
No, not well, it's covered in blood.
Oh, okay. That's why it's
It's
red.
red.
It's red.
That's right. Oh, wait.
Well, she did speak. Well, I guess if that was a fluke, that's right. She's in the same situation as I.
Saint Germain?
But you, Miss Edrak, you belong to me.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry. I won't let anyone else have you.
Let me get in your ear. No. A spark of life
I do
returns
not speak French.
You're from France! A spark of life returns to Saint Germain's eyes. What about the cheeses? He smiles softly, then gently places his hands over the huge sword that pierces his chest. He pulls the sword out, then wipes the blood from his mouth.
Guinevere, you know that you can't kill me like that, don't you?
Of course.
Alright, just a second, I need to grab cat. Grab cat.
Cat's like, oh god! Saint Germain's alive! Ah! I'm Cat. Go, Lawrence, go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're so scared that Saint Germain's alive now.
Honestly, me too.
It's valid.
Same. Hold a Dante.
Saint Germain, how many more times can you come back to life?
Come back to life? What could she mean? What could she mean? In contrast to her cold words, the Count's smile grows wider.
I play my cards close to my chest.
After replying to the woman he called Guinevere, he gives me a side glance.
Miss Edrak, I'll let you go for the moment. Please, escape with Lupin.
What?
Go further in. Should be a hidden passageway there. You can escape that way. you should be able to meet with Van Helsing and the others there.
Guinevere readies her huge sword once more. But what will you do?
You really shouldn't be worrying about someone who's trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Saint Germain says this confidently, as if trying to tell me the conversation ends here. Alright, so, we got a choice here. So, by using the channel points, of Redeem Code Grab Our Controller, you can decide what we choose. But if not, we have RNG to choose for us. So, what's it gonna be? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in pre-stream, but we have a new redeem to name our next protagonist for the next run. So
Yeah.
that's also there for 2,000 channel points. Oh, Mon! Mon, what do you want to do?
Oh shit!
Mon has entered the battlefield.
Oh my god.
Deuce is by. So no? Alright. Alright. Although he did save you right now, Saint Germain still intends to kill me. Deuces! Since we don't know if he's a friend or foe, no matter who wins this battle, I may still be in danger. I'm extremely reluctant to do so, but I have no other option but to leave. Right. See ya.
Yes, that would be best.
Saint Germain looks at me and smiles. Just seeing his smile makes me feel like my heart will burst. He's also covered in blood.
Girl.
Ellipses. My favorite color, red.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your favorite color, ellipses.
That too.
Miss Adrak, no matter where you are, I will find you, and I will kill you.
Oh, like in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, Taken.
Wow.
Yeah, like you were taken from the castle originally. So, for now, please, flee.
I stare at Saint Germain, not knowing how to respond.
Fair.
That's very fair. Lupin pulls at my arm.
No complaining. Let's go, Adrak.
Ah. Lupin begins to pull me away, not waiting for an answer.
I'm not going to thank you, Saint Germain. You tried to kill her. I'll never forgive you for that. You're going to get an earful from me when this is all over, so don't get yourself killed here.
I don't intend to, Lupin.
Saint Germain smiles and looks towards us. At the same time, a huge sword lunges at him. Saint Germain turns aside the blow with a smooth, dance-like motion and drives his blade at the gap in the armor. However, Guinevere jumps back to avoid the blade as if she had expected this move.
I'll be seeing you again soon, Miss Adrak.
No thanks. No thanks. Alright. Don't die,
No
Saint
thanks.
Germain. No thanks.
That is hardly the thing to say to someone who is trying to murder you. Like, really, I'm trying to
Yeah,
kill
really.
you.
As we move further away, I hear the sounds of battle resume behind us. Ellipses. After that, we make it back outside to find that the rain had stopped and the sun is tinted by a setting sun. Van Helsing, Victor, Impy, and Impy are all safe and meet us in the cemetery. We all drag ourselves back to our lodging, but everyone except for me has been badly wounded. They need some rest.
Hunk shoot, hunk shoot.
We call a doctor to treat them, and after getting some first aid, they fall asleep. The sun is completely set, but I don't feel like sleeping. I return to my room in our lodgings and think to myself, why do I want to meet a murderer again? The fact that we left Saint Germain behind to take care of it has been heavy on my heart. The woman he called Guinevere was impossibly strong. I know very well that Saint Germain is very strong himself, but but I can't imagine he could beat her. Saint Germain surely must have lost to her. I should go help Saint Germain by myself.
Oh my god.
What?
Stop!
I know that's very
No.
foolish to be thinking this, and it sure is.
Oh,
I know.
Onyx says this is a bad idea.
Yeah. I know all too well how dangerous it can be to act alone. But still, the vision of Saint Germain being run through that huge sword won't leave my mind.
He got up.
Ellipses. Goaded by this sinister memory, I open the door to my room. Then...
What do you think you're doing, Adrak?
Thank God Best Boy is here.
Thank you.
Lupin is standing right outside my door. Lupin?
If you're planning on heading to that facility again, you know I have to stop you. It's suicide.
But Saint Germain might still be fighting.
How many hours has it been? I don't know who won or who ran off, but I'm sure their fight is over by now.
That might be true, but...
Don't worry about him. He's not the type to fight to the death. He's the sort of fellow who disappears in a cloud of dust before you even know it, isn't he?
He just got stabbed through the heart. Look who's talking. His joking manner puts me at ease, and I find myself laughing. Lupin pats me on the shoulder before speaking again.
Besides, he said he'd be back to kill you, didn't he?
Why are you smiling?
I don't approve of that at all, and I don't think he was lying about it.
Yeah. If I believe what he said, he'll be fine. I really hope he is. It's so strange when I think about it. I want him to keep his promise. His promise to kill me.
Excuse me?
Adrak.
Aww.
Adrak, please.
Girl.
I am against this as a man of the.
Fine, I'll rest tonight, but before that... would it be alright if I went out to get some fresh air and not do anything sus? I'd like to take my mind off everything. After some thought, Lupin sighs and laughs.
Sure. But I'm coming along.
That's fine. Sorry for the trouble.
Don't apologize because you want some air. God.
Lupin looks at me kindly.
If it'll help you relax, great. I don't want you to be sad either, you know?
Lupin and I walk along a crowded street in the middle class area, being careful not to get too far from our lodgings. Lupin's next to me. Just the fact alone helps me calm down and think things through clearly. Ellipses. Father's handwritten note that we found. He mentioned idea on it. What does Guardians of History mean exactly? And I'm curious what Saint Germain and Guinevere were talking about too. They were fighting, blade to blade, but judging from their conversation, they would normally be on the same side. So could IDEA be the name of an organization they're part of? There's so much I don't understand. I really just don't understand. My spinning mind comes to a sudden stop when something cold hits my face. Rain? I look up to see heavy clouds in the sky that I hadn't noticed before. The thick clouds block out even the moon, and fat drops of rain are starting to fall. The rain quickly picks up intensity and getting my cheeks wet. Lupin, we should get under cover. I glance over to ask Lupin what to do. That's when I realize something's wrong. Lupin's not there. It's not just him. All the people who had been walking along the streets had vanished as well. The lively sounds of the city have been replaced by the quiet sound of falling rain. All I can do is look around me in confusion.
It's the midnight hour.
Oh no. Lupin!
Can't
I tried
believe
to
we're in
find
Persona
him.
3.
Oh no.
Oh.
Where'd this gun come from? Then I realize that my body has been rendered immobile. My arms and legs feel completely stuck and won't move. I begin to hear something other than the rainfall. Eventually I see the fuzzy outline of a person approaching me slowly. Then... the figure stops right in front of me and looks at me with an elegant smile. It's an elderly woman in a wheelchair. The chair moves on its own, however, without someone behind to push her. There seems to be some kind of invisible veil around the woman, keeping her dry despite the rain.
Good evening, young lady.
Good evening?
You look like you have no clue what just happened.
Her smile broadened slowly. I wonder if she's nobility. There's a gracefulness that lingers on her every word.
I apologize for surprising you. I fear I've been a bit aggressive in trying to find a way to speak with you in private.
Where's Lupin and everyone else who was here?
I'll answer all your questions, so don't get all flustered now. Your friend and all the people who were here, they haven't gone anywhere. Right now, your mind has been transferred to this makeshift rain-swept London.
You transferred my mind? Ah, fuck, I'm disassociating again, aren't I?
Ah.
Yes, it's a rather difficult process to explain. You simply wouldn't understand, dearie.
I would never understand.
If I were to use a term that fits your understanding, which you don't have, the term magic would be most accurate.
First
Magic.
blade, now magic.
I don't know what magic is. Can you explain that, lady?
I have a glossary. Would you like to look?
No, I can't read. Magic?
Ha! That's what I said. So I suppose that would make me an old witch.
She looks at me, still smiling.
My name is Omnibus. I am the leader of an organization known as IDEA.
Whoa, you're in the dictionary too.
I know.
You're the leader of IDEA? I've heard the name Omnibus before as well. Guinevere had said to Saint Germain that she had been sent by Omnibus. So this woman is the person who gave the order to kill me. Why are you here? I can't move. I glare at her as best I can.
No need to be so defensive, though I'd suppose that is a difficult request to ask of you. After all, I am the one who ordered Saint Germain and Guinevere to kill you.
I knew it. I gather my breath and look her over cautiously. I was right. Saint Germain is a member of this IDEA organization, and his attempts to kill me are because he's acting under the orders and not because of a weird thing at all. Definitely not. As these facts come to light, I try my best to get up to speed with the situation.
Adrak, your existence doesn't sit well with the objectives of IDEA. That is why I have come here to ask a favor of you.
A favor? What do you want?
Oh, let's go over everything in order.
She begins speaking as if recalling a memory from long ago, and I pepper her with questions when I can.
Worry about IDEA being the guardians of history is correct. It is our duty as IDEA to constantly watch over the world and intervene so that history doesn't go down the wrong path. We've been in existence since the very beginning and have been guiding the fate of humanity down the correct path.
The scale of the operation she's talking about is so large that it's hard to imagine. But I still manage to speak up in a trembling voice. What do you mean the correct path?
Mankind committed a sin against God and was driven out of paradise to live a cursed existence. In other words, original sin, the sin that all of humanity carries.
Good news for me. Guess what I'm not? I'm not human.
Oh, I'm sorry about all the killing then. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, I'm exempt.
Oh, okay, well, humanity must atone for this original sin and walk a path leading to God's forgiveness. That is the correct path.
I have nothing to do with this man. Like, jeez.
You're so right.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Like, I'm a homunculus.
I
Well-
have you confused with someone else. I'm so sorry, dearie.
Omnibus smiles but doesn't answer my question. Maybe she feels I don't need to understand.
You really don't. And you never will. We have been watching over the world so that humanity can walk the correct path towards our eventual salvation. Humans are creatures who repeatedly commit unforgivable crimes, nearly destroying themselves out of their own foolishness. We've been protecting people from the ignorance and ineptitude that comes with being human. Saint Germain has already lived thousands of years as a messenger.
What's a messenger?
Would you like the glossary again, dearie?
I can't read.
Well...
Thousands of years. I can't help but repeat her. Victor had speculated that he could be over 200 years old, but if what Omnibus says is true, Saint Germain has been alive much longer than that. Ordinarily, this would be hard to believe, but her expression and her words, and how the rain keeps falling unceasingly, all of this makes me want to believe her without every word without question. There's no way someone could live for thousands of years.
Nope.
I try to shake off my doubts, but Omnibus nods in response.
Yes, he's old as shit.
Oh,
You might
shit.
want to rethink your choice. You're right. My choice of words was imprecise. More accurately, he's already been dead for a long, long time.
Oh, so he's also really old and dead? Ooh.
Yes, again, I don't know why you made this choice.
What? Like, what?
His soul was cut away from his body upon his death and was placed within a vessel body through magic, so he doesn't even have a real soul either.
Oh god, I need to rethink things.
You have found a 1,000-year-old soulless dead man. That is your choice.
Yeah, out of so many options, too.
That is why he isn't truly alive, but rather is continuously dying, almost like a zombie.
Whoa! This revelation comes so suddenly that my mind freezes for a moment in an attempt to understand everything. But I saw him with my own eyes. He continued to move even after his body was pierced by that huge sword. I can't believe it, but immortality, it somehow makes sense. He is a zombie.
The mission I gave him was to resolve the issue surrounding Isaac and his creations. Your father, in case you forgot, Isaac, he was trying to invade the province of God.
Oh yeah, my dad.
Yes, your father.
Yeah.
That's why we killed him, in order to avoid the destruction lying ahead of him.
Father was wait, you killed my father?
Yes, it was quite recent, and it was thanks to you and Saint Germain.
What?
Saint Germain happened upon Isaac's secret in his underground facility. Thanks to that, he was able to deliver true death to Finis and take Isaac out. That's why I need to thank you, Adrak.
Omnibus says all this offhandedly as if it doesn't mean much to her. I didn't understand most of what Omnibus was saying, but I got the gist. Probably. So, killed, eliminated father and Finis? And now your target has shifted to me?
How'd you catch on so quickly? We must destroy all of Isaac's creations. I sent Saint Germain into London for that very purpose. He gathered those who had a connection to Isaac Beckford. Those who hold the keys to fate. In his words, he gathered them close, feigning that it was a coincidence. Arsène Lupin, Abraham Van Helsing, Victor Frankenstein, Impy Barbicane.
Wait, I don't believe that. Every encounter we had was through sheer coincidence. For example, Victor and I only met because he happened to save me from Twilight.
That is because Saint Germain created a situation that seemed seemed coincidental. Having all the necessary individuals in place, he attempted to destroy it all by revealing Isaac's secret.
So everything that happened, we all had been in Idea's hands? I look at the old woman in front of me in disbelief.
Seeing how things have turned out, it looks like most of what he set out to do has been accomplished. Yes, excluding one person.
Omnibus slowly looks at me up and down.
An artificial life created by man, a homunculus, one of Isaac's cursed children, Ajax. Your very existence angers the Almighty. You are, in essence, the forbidden fruit.
Me? Wow.
Your life will give people far more knowledge than they have been allowed. That's why we must kill you before you become a true monster. Oh, Thomas, get out of here! How are you in here?
Thomas! Come here, quick! None of this makes sense to me. I can't relate to it either. And I definitely don't feel like simply agreeing with her and allowing her to kill me. I don't want you to kill me. I want to live. I finally reached the point where I can think that way.
Too bad that you wish to live, even though you've never really been alive to begin with.
My eyes widen at these unexpected words. What do you mean?
I may have been a genius, but he could not create a soul. You have no soul, nor emotion. Don't you know? You are only acting as if you had a soul. There's no life or death for you. That is why you need not fear dying. You're just pretending to be alive. You're just a doll.
Omnibus's words eat away at me from the inside. I'm a doll? That can't be.
You must have felt this, no? I mean, who else would pick Saint Germain?
Her peace words strike through my heart.
Yeah.
It's true, I had thought about that. When I saw all those corpses in the underground facility, I had questioned my own existence. Those corpses were all the same as me. I'm a monster and a doll. I feel that the fears that had lain in the depths of my heart are being dragged out and shown to me.
Germain carries the weight of a crime.
As I stand there dumbfounded, she begins speaking again on a different subject.
Past, Saint Germain went against my orders. I had ordered him to massacre the inhabitants of a certain city, a task he carried out nearly to perfection.
I'm unable to say anything in response to something so cruel being delivered in so gentle a voice.
But it wasn't perfect. He grew sympathetic and did not kill one child that he was supposed to. What do you think happened as a result?
The kid lived happily ever after.
Wrong.
How should I know?
The residents of that city had been infected by an illness that we now call the Black Plague.
Oh.
Eventually, this illness would spread via vermin to various regions, wreaking havoc all over the world. That's why I had told him to kill all residents if any signs of the disease appeared at all. But Saint Germain saved a child, and the disease spread like wildfire, all from the life he refused to take. As a result, 85 million people all over the world died.
We all have those days. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
85 million people? That many people died just because of that?
Yes, the death toll amounted to about 30% of the entire population of Europe.
She says this so nonchalantly, but I am simply in shock, forgetting all about my own current circumstances.
He failed to kill one child, and in doing so, he brought a great disaster upon the earth. He greatly regrets this. No, regret doesn't do it justice. The crime burns within his heart like an eternal flame. Since then, he has never deviated from my orders and has carried out every one of his missions to the letter. That's why I'm very surprised about how things have turned out this time. And the fact that Saint Germain hasn't killed you yet.
Ellipses. There's nothing I can say. Everything is on such a large scale. My emotions can't keep up.
Saint Germain is most likely torn about killing you. He's a very competent man, but I cannot forgive him if he makes the wrong choice again. If Saint Germain doesn't kill you, I will revoke the immortality I've granted him.
Ah!
If that happens, Saint Germain's body and soul will be sundered. Soon his body will be destroyed, and he will die.
No! Saint Germain dying? I don't want to imagine that he would die. I cry out and she nods as if she had expected my outburst.
That's right. I have no wish to lose him either. That's why I have a favor to ask of you.
If I do as you ask, will Saint Germain be saved?
Yes, that's the plan.
I'll do anything to save Saint Germain.
You really will? Oh, God.
I will kill you.
But
He's literally saying he's going to kill you.
I will too. Anything.
All right, well, I'm glad to hear that. It's easier for me to cut to the chase when you're being so cooperative, even though you're insane.
She says it with a smile.
A wizard! The London City talks!
I want you to allow Saint Germain to kill you.
I mean, you didn't even have... At the rate we're going, you didn't even have to show up.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd stopped you.
Hey, can we get out of this alternate London? It's a little fucking weird.
Oh!
If you do so, I won't have to punish Saint Germain. He will likely be able to shake off his doubts and grow to become an even more capable messenger.
Me? Die? My mind goes blank, faced with the options presented to me.
I won't force you to, of course. I leave it up to your own free will. If you say that you don't want to be killed by Saint Germain, Saint Germain will die and you will be killed at the hands of a different messenger.
How can you? I realize that she is holding a silver sparkling key. The key travels through the air to land in my hand. It's a beautiful key with an intricate craftsmanship.
You feel ready to allow Saint Germain to kill you? Come to the Tower Bridge tomorrow at midnight, alone. I'll bring Saint Germain to you. Only the chosen ones can enter the bridge during that hour, but as long as you have that key, you may enter. My one condition is that you keep this secret from your friends. Of course, it is up to you whether you go or not.
Ellipses.
You love Saint Germain, do you not?
Yeah, it's a real puzzle.
Yes,
What?
why? I can tell just as much by looking in your eyes. You should be happy to die for someone you love, Adrak. This is not a good message we're sending to people.
Yeah, this, something.
It was never possible for me, so I do envy you just a bit.
Suddenly, my vision of Omnibus wavers slightly, like something of a heat haze. The rain is pouring so intensely that I can't make out what's in front of me. Omnibus gradually becomes invisible, blending in with the rain.
My final message.
Change the world. She
Jesus.
eventually disappears. I'm completely confused by this new information that has been forced onto me. All I can do is hold my chest, which feels like it's about to be crushed by the magnitude of the decision before me. And suddenly the rain stops.
Hey. Wake up. You crossed the border.
Whoa!
Hey, what's the matter? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was trying to cross the border. Let's look up and see Lupin's voice coming from somewhere afar, along with the voice of Ulfric Stormcloak.
They got him because he's a horse thief.
Whoa, huh? Where's the horse? I'm standing in a crowded street. There isn't any hint of rain and no elderly woman in a wheelchair.
Are you alright? You didn't see a dragon, did you? You had me worried since you were still out of it.
No, I saw Thomas, though. He was there. Lupin, that rain just now. Thomas. Ulfric.
Rain? What are you talking about?
Lupin seems completely oblivious. I've been talking with Omnibus for such a long time. Had I been disassociating? I can't help but notice that there's something in my hand. I gingerly open my fingers. There's a key with an intricate design resting in my palm.
Where did you get that?
Lupin's bewildered voice seems so far away now. It wasn't a dream. Omnibus spoke with me.
Where are you going? Hey, wait.
Saint Germain is immortal. And his immortality will be taken from him and he will die. Ugh. Ah. Sobs escape from my chest before I can stop them. Tears begin streaming from my face and I can't stop them.
Hey, Jack. What's the matter?
Lupin's panicked voice still seems far away. I still don't know whether my tears are for Saint Germain or myself. I just continue to cry.
Oh.
Chapter 12. Time to choose.
Oh, damn.
Death?
Oh,
I think
boy.
we're choosing death.
Oh my god.
I mean, both choices have death. It's just a matter of if we're taking out the boy with us. Ah,
Oh, damn.
it's evening already. I say this absent-mindedly as I look out the window. It has been a day since my meeting with Omnibus. I've been shut up in my room all day, not feeling like doing anything. Omnibus revealed so much to me. That Saint Germain is a member of IDEA and the crime he committed in the past. That father had already been killed by their hands. And that I am just a soulless doll created by Papa. If I want to save Saint Germain, there is no other way for me but to let myself be killed. That's what Omnibus said. I wish that it all had been a dream. I close my eyes, hoping against hope, but the hard metal of the key in my hand forces me to accept that it's all too real. I was never even alive. My artificial body is powered by an artificial heart, and I'm merely playing at being human. Even so, I don't want to die. My artificial emotions flicker within me. I even feel sort of warmth when I think about Saint Germain. For some reason. I want to spend time with Saint Germain like before. I want to share his favorite tea and relax with him in the garden. Or walk through London together and have him show me the new streets.
Huh?
Yeah, London, I was talking about you. How you doing?
I got time stopped and there's a fucked up story. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh. Okay. No. I don't want London to judge me. I just want him next to me, listening to me.
I'm always at your age, like London is.
All of this had been part of my daily life only just a few days ago. Everything feels so out of reach now, just like the stars in the night sky. At this rate, no matter what choice I make, either myself or Saint Germain will have to die. And if either one of us dies, those days of happiness will be gone forever. Why was I born in a body like this? I bite my lip and stare down at my hands. I will never be able to touch anyone with these hands without my gloves. There's no way I could feel the warmth of Saint Germain's touch. If only I hadn't been born this way. If if I wasn't a homunculus, if I wasn't me, I could have stayed with him forever. But if I didn't have this cursed body, then I probably would have never met Saint Germain at all. He accepted me for who I am because of what I am. Probably. He is trying to kill me. Even if he had intended to kill me from the very start, he had accepted me. Probably.
Did he though?
Allegedly.
I think so.
We'll never
Probably.
understand.
I barely
No.
understand myself.
Nobody understands.
Ellipses. But for some odd reason, I have no intention of blaming Saint Germain, the man trying to kill me. Not only kill, but murder. He carries the guilt of a crime far greater than I could have ever imagined. If he has been alive for so long, he has been suffering from that guilt for hundreds of years now. I wonder if I'll be able to soften that pain at all. If there's anything I can do for him, it would be... I hear the clock striking 11, reminding me that I have no time left. Ellipses. Should I talk to Lupin and the others about this?
Oh my god.
Maybe. I think for a moment then pushed the thought on my head with the shake.
Okay.
No!
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever, everyone. Omnibus
Bye.
specifically said that I had to keep the meeting a secret. Even if I tried to tell them discreetly, she might be able to see everything with her strange powers. I'm sorry, Lupin, Van Helsing, Impy, Victor, Deli, Cece, London, all of you. I feel bad about taking action yet again without telling them. But I stand up, still with lingering doubts. I need to see him, Saint Germain. No matter what I end up doing, I'll be able to look into his face and hear his words. I'll make my decision then. Whatever my best option is. Ellipses.
Hey, wow,
Ellipses.
CG of me.
Oh.
This place has certainly changed. A mere 500 years ago, there were only a few scattered lights lit by humanity.
A cold wind carries the night air atop a hill overlooking London. Oh, wait. This might be from Saint Germain's POV.
Oh shit.
Do you want to take over?
Okay.
I'm alone, looking down on the countless lights, adorning the city like stars fallen from the night sky. I felt that doing this would reveal some sort of answer to me. I'm being sentimental, pitiful. I've already received a message from Omnibus. Obey your orders and kill her before she causes more damage than the Black Plague. As always, my duty remains the same. As a member of IDEA, I have been guiding humanity along the path to salvation. I've murdered an untold number of people over several millennia, but in doing so, saved untold thousands more. This is why I know all too well the magnitude of the disaster that will occur if I turn my back on one of my orders. Yes, I am far too aware. Then why? Why did I protect her in that facility? It had been an unmistakable betrayal against Omnibus. No matter what kind of words are used to justify it, it doesn't change the facts. I stare at my hands. If I continue to disobey Omnibus, she will not hesitate to take my immortality, rendering me a lifeless corpse. So be it. The words tumble out of me, causing me to feel surprise and relief. I don't mind my own death. If that will bring an end to all this, it will be my own salvation. The real problem is... I remember her again, and shake my head lightly. The time to make the decision I have been putting off for far too long is nearing. I must make that final choice tonight. I cannot make the same mistake I made back then. I must avoid it at all costs. The memory of my crime invades my mind. A peaceful city and a child's smile. If I had killed that child so long ago, perhaps I wouldn't be suffering now. The flames of guilt would not be eating at my heart as they are now. I look up to the night sky and see the same stars and moon sparkling above that I saw that day. Every time I look up into the night, the same thought occurs to me. At least the sky has remained unchanged throughout the years. Yes, it all happened several hundred years ago. As a member of IDEA, I have arrived in the countryside under the guise of a traveling doctor on my assignment. It was a country village like any other, its people leading modest lives. However, having the power to see the future, Omnibus had predicted that this town would be the birth of a disaster. She knew that disease would emerge from this village, a disease that would kill a great many people if spread. My job had been to detect the onset of the disease as soon as possible and deal with it. Since my arrival, I had been cautiously watching for signs of any outbreaks. The poor required special attention. In most cases, contagious diseases got their starts in unsanitary conditions. Then I met him, a filthy garbage-strewn alley. Hey, please. Something to eat. He was probably only 7 or 8, a small, skinny child. However, he seemed to be affected by a severe illness. Nobody in the village would extend a helping hand. I decided to take it upon myself to save the child. This would leave an impression on the townsfolk of my skill as a traveling doctor and help me gather information. Mommy! Mommy! Even while I treated him, he kept calling out to her, delirious. I found out after that, in the past, there had been a witch hunt in this village. A woman had been found guilty of witchcraft and killed horribly. That woman was this boy's mother. She had lost her husband early and raised her child single-handedly. She was tortured, then murdered, and while her son was not killed, he was shunned as the child of a witch. It was a common occurrence in any town during the time witch hunts ran rampant. In any case, once treated, the boy gradually regained his health. Soon he was well enough to walk on his own, and no matter where I went, he would follow behind me. It was a bit bothersome, but having a treated child around would be an advertisement of my medical skills. It was good in terms of gaining the people's trust as a doctor. After a month, the townspeople began to visit me to treat their illnesses and injuries. Now I would be able to detect any symptoms of the disease quickly. The child that I helped began assisting me in my work for some reason. He never spoke much. I didn't know what he was thinking, and I didn't have much interest in him. No. I was intentionally avoiding developing an interest in him. After all, if the symptoms of the disaster appeared in this town, I'd have to. One night, I left my lodging and was walking alone through the forest outside of the village. Your report? Wait, would this be omnibus?
Probably. Well,
No signs of yet. I'll continue my observation to see if the situation changes. Ah, shoot. Sorry.
you're good.
My report was simple, as usual, and I returned to the town. On the way back, I found the child and became suspicious. What's the matter? You're out so late. I didn't know where he'd been, but he seemed severely out of breath. He was still in his bedclothes and was barefoot. Although I asked, he didn't answer as usual. I shrugged and began walking once more. The boy tugged at my sleeve. Anybody else want to be the boy?
Don't.
Oh.
That's
Sorry.
10-10, you got this.
Oh, don't.
His voice was very soft.
Don't leave me. I'll be helpful. Don't leave me alone again.
I saw it now. I finally understood. The reason why he was helping me was to prove that he could be useful. He was afraid that I would abandon him and disappear. Understandably so. No one in town would have taken his side anymore.
Don't leave me.
Tears streamed down his cheeks. Before I knew it, I had extended my hand to him. Let's go back. I don't intend to leave this village just yet. We walked back down the path to the town together, hand in hand.
Together. I submit the word. Yeah. Okay.
He spoke up out of the blue.
Always together.
Yes, that's right. We had been living together for a while, but that was not the first time I'd seen him smile. Since that night, I had begun to hope that the signs of the disaster I was waiting for would never appear. Ever. I knew my hope was futile, but I couldn't help but think that way. Quiet days passed, and the child and I grew closer. And that was my biggest mistake. I shouldn't let myself grow attached. Eventually, I would have to. The symptoms of the disaster appeared on a day when the setting sun painted the village blood red. Several patients who visited that day had begun to show obvious symptoms of the Black Plague. Now that a handful of infected individuals had been found, there was a possibility that the town was already contaminated. And if any one of them left that town to ask for help, there'd be no stopping it. The deadly disease would spread exponentially. Ellipses. I'd begun to take actions to handle the situation according to the orders of an omnibus had given me. After having checked that no one had left town, I poisoned the well used by the residents, since it was a slow-acting poison. By the time they realized the source, it would be too late. By the next evening, most of the residents were in eternal slumber. Then, that night, I went around taking the lives of a few who didn't or hadn't gotten around to drinking the poisoned water with my own hands. It didn't take much effort, but as usual, the weight of taking each life nearly crushed my heart. My blood-soaked clothes felt heavy, and I wanted to scream. This was just usual as well. But there was one thing that was different this time around. If I hadn't killed him yet, I hadn't even made him drink the water from the well. There's no reason to worry. I'll kill him last. It was an obvious excuse. Part of me even knew that, should he escape, I would have been fine with it. But despite my hopes, he appeared in front of me again. Why? The question leapt out of me. He was trembling, seeing me covered in blood. However,
Don't leave me. Don't leave me all by myself.
if he had put up some sort of resistance, I would have had no qualms about killing him. But with tears flowing, he grasped at my hand, but still held my sword. He took my hand. That's why I ran from the town, unable to kill him. As a result of that, the world suffered so much death. I saw suffering and agony, all with my own eyes. Mothers who died begging at their children to be saved. Children who died with their tiny hands extended, seeking help. All of this caused by me. I went through towns destroyed by the Black Plague to sear what I have done to my mind, so that I would never forget my weaknesses. In being unable to kill that boy, so that I would never forget the crime I had committed. The soft sound of the wind brings me back to reality. It goes gravity. I know. It's a bad habit of mine to look back on my past crimes.
Do we need a glossary entry?
Do we need a glossary entry for all that? Y'all get that?
I probably shouldn't have attempted to count all of the lives I ended. Even if the number I've saved is far greater than those I've killed. That doesn't forget or save me from the act of taking a life. Every time I repeat that, my soul gets sucked into a deeper guilt, and I become paralyzed. My lips automatically twist into a smile. At first, I had smiled to gain the trust of unsuspecting people, to complete my duties as a messenger of idea. Before I knew it, the smile was plastered to my face, and I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know what my true expressions are anymore. Sometimes I think, what if I could go back in time to when I let that boy go? Would I kill him? I've asked myself this time and time again ever since that night, but I've never been able to reach an answer. Tonight, though, I must find that answer. Miss Adric, why am I unable to kill her? I've had so many opportunities to do so. This emotion that I have for her, what exactly is it? A warm feeling that I had forgotten long ago is now tormenting me. Since when has this feeling been residing in me? Was it when I first saw her smile? Or when I saw the shadow of myself in the story of her past? She still tried to trust me, despite my attempts to kill her. Was it then? No. None of these moments qualify. The time I spent with her became special gradually. By the time I realized it, it was too late. A warm emotion, one I had forgotten for thousands of years, was already in my heart. I regret it. If I hadn't developed that feeling, I wouldn't have had to suffer so much. This is probably a test, some trial that Omnibus had laid out for me. She sees everything. She certainly sees right through me. She's most likely making me kill the girl, so that I can cast away all my self-doubt. I'll take out my pocket watch. It's almost time. I must go. I start walking, praying from the bottom of my heart that she won't come to the Tower Bridge. If I see her again, I'll...
Wow. There's really no one here. Jump cut to Adric on the bridge.
Fucking smash cut.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I can't help but look around in amazement at the scene before me. It seems exactly the same as when I met Omnibus in the rain that other night. As I approach Tower Bridge, there is an unnatural decrease in the number of people. By the time I'm halfway across the bridge, there's no sign of anyone else. I glance down to see that the key in my hand is glowing dimly. It's probably thanks to this key that I'm able to be here right now. Saint Germain is here. I imagine his face as I look up at the sky and walk onward.
His face just imposed over the sky.
It's just floating there, like fucking Mufasa and Lion King.
Yeah.
The fucking clouds part. The moon shines coldly down on everything. The night air is cool, and a hint of the running river's sound reaches my ears. I stop at the center of the bridge. Suddenly, the sound of a large bell ringing shakes me, even though there's no bells that size around here. This must be another one of Omnibus's strange powers. Then, when the bell stops ringing, I hear footsteps approaching from behind me. Ellipses. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. I turn around.
I hope it's assailant.
Oh,
Damn it.
damn it. And there's
I'm a sort of assailant.
Whoa! And there's Sans Saint Germain. Wow! I bet you weren't expecting me here.
Aha!
The moonlight shines upon his face, only highlighting his beauty. His expression is mask-like, as if he's intentionally killing any emotion that he might be having, just like he's gonna kill me.
How strange. I had wished that you wouldn't come here. And yet, a part of me is glad to be able to see you again.
I feel the same way. There's a lot I want to say to you. But for now, I'm just happy to see you. There's nothing more I can say.
There's a lot you could probably say.
Yeah.
Also, I want to go by to say I've probably been talking a lot lower than I usually do because I think I have a cold, but it
Oh,
doesn't hurt. I'm just
no.
like,
Okay.
that's probably why my embouchure's been a lot lower for Saint Germain.
No.
So I'm pushing myself on it.
You're happy to see the man who's about to kill you. You really are a strange person.
Yeah. I sure am. We stand facing each other with the same smiles on our faces. We both wish that we could just forget what we'd come here for forever. Saint Germain slowly begins to walk towards me. Not to rejoice in our union, but with an expression that mourns our farewell.
Oof.
Spending those days with you in that mansion, and walking through London together, and talking to London together.
Hey, what's up? I'm witnessing this.
Yeah, hey London, what's your onion on this?
Just don't catch the plague, London, and you'll be safe.
The bird's pretty romantic for this, I guess.
The most
You're not
romantic
helping.
place for a murder.
But you can dump the body after.
Wow.
Wow.
I had many chances to kill you,
You sure did.
but I didn't. No, I couldn't.
Yes, instead he protected me time and time again. From Finis and from Twilight, and even from Guinevere.
Don't.
The blank expression on his face wavers just a little and he stops before me.
Miss Adric, why did you come here?
Because I'm holding the idiot ball. That's why.
I thought I threw that out for you.
Sorry, I fished it out of the river. A silver
Damn
blade
it.
emerges from Saint Germain's sleeve and reflects on the light of the moon. I'm already within his reach. If he wanted to, he could kill me in an instant.
You hadn't come. I wouldn't have had to suffer so much.
Okay.
I wish you had run off somewhere far away.
Not alone, buddy.
Oh.
If I run, you'll die. And then I'll die too. Two birds with one stone, now that I think about it.
Like the feathers on my hat.
Yeah. Our eyes meet, then he looks away.
I don't understand.
You never will.
Why you came here. Why you wouldn't want to run away. Why am I hesitating so much to kill you?
His blade trembles with the night air as if he's trying to do his weeping for him.
Should I kill you? Lower my blade.
I don't know, let's ask London.
Miss Adric, do you know the answer?
No. I never understand either. This is the time to decide.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There probably isn't much I could do for him. I take a deep breath, then exhale. Up.
Oh, jeez.
Then I slowly open my mouth to another decision
Uh,
that is happening. So,
Oh,
10-10.
you got
10-10. What do you want to do?
Oh no!
Wait, what? Don't hesitate. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Kill me? What are you talking about, Saint Germain?
Miss Adrak, you can't be this stupid.
I smile, clutching at my chest. I sure am. I'm probably not smiling right. But still, I try my best to present him with some semblance of a smile. I was never alive, so whatever you're doing, it's not killing me.
Oh my god, God!
Yep, that was the answer that's always been in my heart.
Oh.
The answer is my empty body.
This is incredibly sad.
You heard from Omnibus, didn't you? You saw in that underground facility? Father was not able to create a perfect form of life. I just don't have a heart or emotions. I'm just a doll pretending to live. That's why. My voice trembles. But in the end, this is the only thing I can think to do that would lessen his pain. You don't need to don't hesitate, bitch, or suffer over this. You're not killing a person. You're simply killing a non-living doll. It wouldn't be a crime. Saying this out loud actually makes me feel exhilarated. Saint Germain just stares at my smile in amazement. Huh?
Why are you looking at me that way? Your life is about to be ended by my hands. How are you able to smile like that when faced with certain death?
Why, he asks. There's only one answer to that. Because it will save you. You won't need to suffer any longer. If sacrificing this pathetic imitation of life will bring an end to Saint Germain's suffering...
Weren't you frightened?
Saint Germain? There's a hint of anger in his eyes.
If my blade pierces you, you'll never awake again. You'll never laugh or cry or care for anyone else.
Ellipses.
That's right. You'll never carry on a conversation with Lupin and the others over tea after meals.
Stop.
Or look at the changing scenery of the city as we walk through it together.
Don't remind me.
Or laugh alongside us, spending time together. None of it.
Stop! I cover my ears and shake my head. I was trying so hard not to think about any of this. Why would you say these things to me? Why now? I just wanted to end my life with a smile. Telling me this, it just makes me fear death.
It's natural to be frightened. At least, I am frightened to kill you. I'm afraid to lose you.
Ellipses. This is no good. I can no longer hold in my weakness. Saint Germain sees me at a loss for words and slowly begins to speak.
Don't you feel that way too?
Ellipses. I'm scared. Of death, of not being able to see or smile anymore. Of course I'm afraid. Once the words begin pouring out, I can no longer stop them. I'm not even human. I'm a monster, but still. I don't want to die. I'm causing such a scene. Even though I know that my cries will only make Saint Germain suffer further. I want to live with you.
That's...
Okay, well, Saint Germain holds his blade up once more with a smile. With his peaceful smile, he slowly raises the blade higher. I hear the blade whisper through the air. The blade, reflecting in the moonlight, stops directly in front of my eyes.
Ellipses.
Saint Germain? If he had continued his swing, he would have been released from his torment. I look up dumbfounded as Saint Germain lowers his sword.
Kill you. Me. Kill you. With this blade. There's no way I could do that.
But I...
So what if you're a doll? So what if you're a monster?
He puts the blade away, his voice trembling, and extends his hand to me. Then he forcefully grabs my arm and rips away my glove. Oh, what are you doing?
Doubts.
Saint Germain doesn't reply. He just gently presses my cursed hand against his face. Oh.
What
Hi.
the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yep, here we go. White smoke begins to rise instantly, and I hear the sound of burning flesh. How romantic.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Wow.
Well,
Sniff. Sniff.
no.
Don't worry, it's sniffles of crying, not me sniffing the hand.
Why are you sniffing my hand, Saint Germain? Let me go. This is getting weird.
I won't.
I desperately try to pull my hand away, but he won't release me. He just keeps sniffing.
Oh god.
Please, let go.
This calls for a snoof.
And a sniff is not enough.
My voice sounds like a scream. I can feel the sensation of a loved one's life burning away against my skin as he's snooping. But Saint Germain lovingly rests his cheek against my poison-filled hand and snoofs.
I am a monster. An immortal monster. I failed to die long ago. Now I wander the present world as a corpse. That's why your poison means nothing to me.
That doesn't. This is getting weird. My words come to a stop. I finally realize Saint Germain isn't smiling.
It's all right, Miss Idrak. Don't be afraid to touch me.
Sir.
Sir?
I alone can accept your touch.
I'm rethinking
think
if
you
you
can.
leave here. You're kind of dying, dude. Saint Germain's crying. The snoop was too much.
Oh no, it's like sniffing a big whiff of vinegar.
It's too much for him. He's looking straight at me, weeping with an eternal sadness. It's like
Your
onions.
poison is onions.
Idrak is like onions.
We are the same. If you aren't alive, then neither am I.
I mean, you sure will be. Just a minute.
If your life isn't worth anything, then neither is mine. So, please, don't say such sad things.
These are genuine words, straight from Saint Germain's heart, unimaginable from his usual demeanor. These are very
Dead
true.
people are like onions.
Yeah. The warmth of pressing his skin directly against mine tells me that he's speaking nothing but the truth. Especially with his sniffing.
Having come this far, I finally realize why I suffer so. I love you.
This is awkward. This is getting awkward now.
This is Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everyone.
That's a good guess.
No matter what happens, no matter how great a crime I must commit, I want you to live and to smile.
then you won't...
Who said you have any say in this?
Okay.
Besides romance.
Okay. Saint Germain grips my hand tighter. Well... Then he smiles more kindly than ever before.
Your hand, when touched directly, is so soft and warm.
You're burning.
Very warm. Now, in this moment, there is nothing more important than that fact. Definitely not the burning.
It's like acid, dude. Saint Germain's smile is unlike anything I'd seen before. I can barely see it. Half of his mouth is burned.
I'm gonna flip a coin, heads or tails. Nobody else can do this. Not Lupin, nor Impy, nor anyone else. This privilege is mine alone. I am the only one in the world who can know this warmth.
Okay.
Ow.
He gently releases my hand, looking reluctant. Then at the same time, the horrible burn on his face begins to heal at an almost alarming rate. The skin on the side of his face had been charred black, but it returns to a perfection as if time is turning backwards. Your wounds healed? It's as if I'd never touched him, but the sensation still remains in my hand. I look down at my still trembling hand as Saint Germain narrows his eyes slightly and looks at me.
Yes, as you can see, I told you I was a monster, didn't I?
You're not a monster. I probably. You shouldn't say that.
I could say the same to you.
Oh. We both smile at one another. Saint Germain's smiling face is just as beautiful as it ever been. I stare intently at his face. Ellipses.
What's the matter? Did my face not fully heal?
No, it's not that. It's just,
Oh, it was the awkwardness about it. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's just awkward, dude. It's just your smile just now looked so natural.
That's probably because you helped me take my mask off.
Saint Germain smiles joyfully, then looks straight at me.
Don't make a joke about Dream. Don't make a joke about Dream. Thanks to you, I know what I have to do, Miss Edric.
What you have to do? Is it something about...
Yes, I'm prepared to fight against fate.
Saint Germain stares into the darkness beyond the bridge and squints as if trying to find something.
There are 13 apostles under Omnibus, including myself. If I don't kill you, then Omnibus will likely send a new assassin after you.
Right. How long will I be able to fight against a colossal opponent that has been controlling history itself? I remember Guinevere. If she were to attack again, there's no guarantee I would get away safely.
Don't look at me like that. I'll defeat them all.
What?
We are immortal, but that doesn't mean we can't be killed. 100 times, 1,000 times, or even more. If we die, enough times, even we will face a true death. I will slaughter the other 12 apostles, then defeat Omnibus.
Saint Germain smiles as if what he said was completely normal.
So, until I've defeated them all, we'll have to remain apart for a while.
But I hastily raise my voice to raise the protest that crosses my mind. Wait, Saint Germain, you're going to defeat the You say you're going to defeat the apostles, but if you want to disobey Omnibus, won't she take away your immortality?
That's true. Even if my immortality is revoked, my regenerative abilities will remain for some time. But that will disappear after a while. My body will collapse and I will eventually die.
then there's no way you can defeat so many immortal beings like that. If you're going to fight, at least you can ask Lupin and the others to help you.
I can't do that. I don't want to involve them in murder. They are, after all, my precious friends.
Ellipses.
And if any of them were to die, there would be no saving them. I am the only one who can counter them, having the same ability.
Ellipses. As I try to continue my protest, he raises his index finger.
Even if Omnibus does take my immortality away, there is still time until I die. Miss Adric, I want to use all of that remaining time to save you.
I won't let you.
Did that stop me before?
Okay.
It's nothing special. It's the same as with any living person.
Saint Germain smiles kindly, then strokes my hair soothingly.
All people use the time they have until death for themselves. All the people they care about. I've lived for so long, and now I'm finally able to live like a normal person.
But I want you to live with me. Saint Germain suddenly draws me close to him and silences me.
I'm so grateful to hear that. But that's an unattainable dream. A ghost, thousands of years old, met you and his heart was moved. That's all I can ask for.
Saint Germain gently whispers into my ear. Ew.
ASMR.
Ah! This has turned into an ASMR stream. I shake my head wearily and resist. There has to be another way. We don't have to do ASMR right now. A
But
way we can...
ASMR's my favorite.
Oh no! A way we can live together so you won't have to sacrifice yourself to ASMR. We both want each other to be happy. It's not fair that one of us can't be. Our happiness only works if we're in it together. That's why.
You're wrong, Miss Adrak.
He deflects my weak plea and begins speaking clearly.
For you to be alive and smiling in this world, that is my happiness. For that, I will sacrifice my life as many times as I have to.
He places a finger gently against my neck. Ugh. For a moment, a puff of white smoke rises up as his glove melts. I feel a slight pain in my neck. Feels like a piece of metal scratches against my skin. There's a moment of delicate pain. Ah. Suddenly my body grows weak.
Ah!
I slump down as if a string holding me up has been cut. No matter how hard I try to move my body, I cannot move at all. What did you do?
It was an anesthetic needle in my glove.
Okay.
Don't worry. You'll be able to move again in no time.
Saint Germain really does intend to die. My heart is certain of this, and yet I'm unable to change my mind. Tears overflow from my eyes and stream down my face. Ugh. 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 Alex, save me! My mouth is numb and my lips won't move. I can't speak. All I can do is stare at Saint Germain.
It may sound strange, but Thomas is here.
Thomas! Help me!
I'm out of here.
He smiles as he looks at me.
And Thomas.
And Thomas.
Now, finally, I feel like I'm truly alive. It's all your doing. Thank you, Miss Adrak.
Saint Germain says this quietly, and after stroking my hair a moment, he turns his attention back to me.
And goodbye.
I watch him disappear into the darkness of Kingdom Hearts.
I walk this lonely road. Oh shit! Didn't think I'd run into you, Guinevere. Ah!
I want to run after him. The scream, don't go. But my arms and legs, nothing moves. All I can do is look on as Saint Germain walks away with Guinevere as they sing Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Go away.
With you don't hear me sing. Please. Obey.
Oh god, Disney's here.
Don't go.
Thomas and Clean.
Oh my god. I think we're gonna call it here for tonight.
I want to. Okay, I want to know.
Okay.
Did I choose the right choice in that conversation?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
The other
So
one.
I'm gonna
Yes, you
say
did.
Okay.
they really should have gave us that context, but I know dramatic stuff. They
Uh-huh.
should have gave us that contrast a little bit earlier, because I think we would have a little bit different opinion on Saint Germain. He's still
Yeah.
creepy, but
Yeah. We
Not-
nah.
not as
No, we
not
don't-
as horribly creepy.
No, we don't need context here. And now I can say that this is why this is one of Vel's favorites in this
Yeah.
I could,
Yeah.
yeah. During this whole thing, I'm like, yeah, that's justified.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is great.
game. Yeah. But like still, that whole beginning part. Still kind of a deal breaker for me.
So he's not Yandere. The only reason he didn't kill her is because he developed feelings.
Yeah. So he's technically not full yandere.
He's
So,
like the
another plot
opposite of
twist.
Yandere.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This route takes us on roller coasters. I'll say.
Yeah, it's perfect for Halloween, honestly.
Yeah. But with this, I can basically confirm the next stream is going to be the last one. We're going to wrap it up
Yeah.
next time.
This has been super fun.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. So he's just insane. Got it. Oh no, Mod.
Oh.
Oh no. I'll be nice. No.
Oh shit!
No.
We have to make a special dedication to the VOD for the.
Yeah. We'll have the VOD ready for you, like wrapped up neat in a bow, Mon. But yeah.
Oh, I will not be sent away again. I
Oh.
knew that for sure, so you don't need to worry about that.
Okay, cool. So definitely next week we'll be wrapping it up. Yeah, I'll try to catch it, but it'll be like 2 a.m. Oh no! But yeah, next week is definitely gonna be the last one for Code Realize. Just because after we finish this chapter, there's only one chapter left. So ending is approaching really quickly.
And we're probably through quite a bit of this chapter now.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah,
about
I think
to
we're
finish.
almost done.
We're like about to wrap this chapter up too. So
Yeah.
like we close.
Yeah.
So anyway, after we finish this game, we're actually going to be reading through a different game.
Woo!
It's going to be Café Enchanté. It is a slightly different mood than this. We'll see that.
I can't tell what it is because the mood has shifted all the way through.
Yeah.
And it is also definitely localized by Axis.
It is it has a worse localization than this game. And
Wait,
I'll
what?
say that.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a. Okay, so let me just say.
let's do a dub voice. And when
uh,
I went through.
Yeah, one of the characters that I think I gave this to Matcha. They have different names depending on the chapter because they never made a consistent name for him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Should I do a different voice for each name?
I don't know. I think one of the they're introduced by one name, and then if you get on a certain route, he is referred to as a different name.
Call me
Yeah.
Fred.
So, yeah.
His name is like Rintaro, and he's like, call me Fred, because the localization.
Yeah.
Look at this donut.
Yeah, so that is the quality that we'll be going into. It's still a good game, but
I'm so ready.
it's
Yeah.
quality. But for all of my streams, I'm going to be having a redeem to name our protagonist. Like Adrak was
Oh,
named by 1010
yes.
at some point. So if whoever redeems that first will get to name our protagonist whatever you want him to be, as long as it's within TOS. So yeah.
It has to be under 10 characters.
And it has to be under 10 characters. That
Yes!
too. Yeah. Otherwise won't fit, and then I'm just gonna make fun of you. But yeah.
Whoa!
but yeah. So that'll be in all my streams. So like, if you don't have enough points now, just like catch another stream at some point between now and like 2 weeks from now, and yeah, you can name a character. But yeah, do you have enough, Mon? Well, let's see. I'm gonna look for who we're gonna raid tonight.
Yeah. That's an extra like 200 points. Or whatever it is.
Oh, Mon has enough points. If you want to name her now, you can. Because I gotta look up like a whole list of just too many people online.
Oh my god, Mom.
Mon.
Mom.
Mon.
Eyes emoji.
All of our eyes emojis are on you. Come on, Mon. Nope, I will. Okay. Okay. Well, you can catch any of my streams before you go to Iceland. And if you want to redeem that. So we are gonna raid. Who's on? There's so many people online. We're gonna raid Mr. These.
Mr. D's.
Mr. These. Doing horror games. So we're gonna go from the horrors of romance to the regular horrors, I guess.
The horrors of being basically put into a bug's life, but in video game form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. It's fun. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for another Code Realize stream. Catch us next week for the last one, and then we'll start a new adventure.
Yeah.
Enchanted adventure.
An enchanted adventure, yeah. In a cafe, probably. I don't know. Is there a cafe? Probably. Maybe. I'm ending the stream. Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye. Don't worry, baby.